I believe that in the last 5 years, the dating market and the social dynamics have seen changes more impactful than the 100 years before that. And I feel that I'm the only one noticing these crazy shifts in standards and expectations. Here are the 3 points that will be explored in the video: nightlife, dating, friendship, finance. By the end of the video, you will agree that the changes came hard in the last 5 years. The first point is nightclubs. Clubbing has been one of the cringiest activities ever. It has always been stupid in my opinion, but I never was a degenerate. Beyond the drinking and drugs, nightclubs were the place to meet people from the opposite sex, socialize, let off some steam. But there are no more attractive girls in the clubs anymore. I went to a nightclub 10 years ago in Moscow, and the ratios were unbelievable. 4 to 5 girls per dude, and the whole atmosphere was friendly. There were no boundaries, no closed groups, even no need for security. It was just a big party where all normies were accepted. I remember having a lot of parties where I exchanged numbers with more than 10 girls. In the last weekend, after finishing a late date, I passed in front of the same club that I have been in 10 years ago, and I decided to hit it for a while and grab the last metro home. It was awful. No beautiful girls in sight. They started letting in the whales and the extra skanky ones, and these are hard to find in Russia. I mean, walking on the street or in any public places like libraries, there is no way you could meet so many overweight people. And the reason is, now that all the girls have installed dating apps and all the Stacys plugged their attention tubes from Instagram, the only girls left with the need of validation are the ones that couldn't do very well online. And since the club needs people to stay in business, lowers its standards, because I remember this club was refusing 9 out of 10 girls because they were slightly drunk. Now it is just welcoming 4 out of 10 girls just to have people inside. Without the presence of beautiful people, the illusion is suddenly broken. It is a stinky hot room with sticky floor where people bang their heads to shit music and drink until they forget that their life sucks. And even if there was a Stacy dragged to the club by her Becky friends, he knows why I am there. Just by approaching her, I will be announcing my low value. She thinks, well, she actually knows that Chad is sitting home ordering girls like pizza from the internet. No Chad has to dress up and cringe max anymore. In short, every element that the nightclub used to offer and all the reasons people would dress up and go out at night is now available 24/7 on a screen in their pockets. Dressing up and calling cabs and going to the center, getting scammed, paying entry fees, all that to pseudo-socialize while every man with a decent SMV could get all the benefits living his regular life plus some swiping while taking a dump at work. This is why, in my opinion, clubs are closing one after the other in every major city in the world. It stopped making sense when dating sites became the norm to meet someone. The second change is the extinction of approaches. Warm approaches are extremely limited. Cold approaches only happen when a female initiates it or allows it in a very obvious way. And I know what you're thinking. It has been like this for a very long time. I know. But don't you feel that in the last 5 years it has become the absolute rule? That getting to add someone in your contacts every month is the exception, not the rule? That all male-female interactions are now allowed, initiated, and terminated by women only. Most men just ride along as long as they're allowed to and hop off, or rather kicked off when the girl decides that your time is up. This right here has become so ingrained in people's mind that now it is socially acceptable to call someone needy just because he asked an upset girl what's up. Now to the third point. Everyone is lonely, but no one wants to make friends. No one is taking the first step. Regardless of the B pill, the red pill, people are now aware of their SMV, and everyone is trying to upgrade, to social climb. The competition is so fierce that no man wants to appear with another man unless it's his twin brother. If it is a man better than you will be mugging yourself. If he is less than you, then he will be dragging down your SMV by association. This is the definition of social climbing, guided by profit-driven people who forgot what friendship was about in the first place. What is the definition of a friend? A friend is someone you do more than one activity with. That eliminates the doubt of, are you there because you enjoy each other's company, or it was just a clash of interests that brought you together? How many of you can say they have true friends? And we discard the people you know from school, the place where you were stuck together and forced to interact with each other so you get to develop some sort of connection. Well, if you happen to leave school without making lifetime friends or you change the city after school, regardless of your SMV, it is virtually impossible to make new friends. Even if I meet a fun guy in football or in the gym, I feel that dragging him out of there to hang out or do something else is almost as hard as getting a girl to sleep with me. I don't know, tell me if you think that this has become worse in the last 5 years. And the last point I will discuss here is the financial doom. More and more people now understand that working isn't worth it anymore. Because of the low SMV of the majority of people, any money you get beyond basic human needs doesn't make any difference. If you are a sub 5, getting a Bugatti will be a compensation. Traveling the world will be exploring that you are invisible everywhere, not just in your hometown. Any pleasurable experience you strive for will end up remind you of how invisible and disposable you are in this society. So you end up with the conclusion that since your quality of life doesn't get affected much by gaining money, as the financial freedom will just give you more time to experience how lonely you are in 4K, it doesn't make any sense to work harder than to get a place, some food, and some cope like internet or video games. I think now you agree that the last 5 years have changed a lot in the society, or exacerbated existing problems and accelerated the rate in which we are degenerating. I am considering a topic for the next video, so tell me, which topic will be more interested? The full story on how I got pilled, or the way immigrants cope in Western societies? Let me know in the comments. Thank you for watching, and if you enjoyed, subscribe, man.